So anyways, it is Saturday, October 12th, which is like our, third or fourth day here at the spot at a different little location. And we've been running through some water, that's for sure, which is a good thing. But today I'm actually doing a fast. Kind of like a corporate fast, not just me, but yeah, a fast. And doing lemon water right now. I just got regular water, but I'm waiting on my lemon so I can have some lemon water, and I never do that. So, I know it's got some benefits to it, but lemon water, and I can only do green stuff. I had some honeydew melon left, but it went bad, so can't really do nothing with that. I just despise that I be wasting this fruit. But yeah, the sweetness wore off, so it wasn't good to me. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna do some olives. I'm sure it's some significance, high level significance in there, but I'm gonna do olives. That was about the only thing I could find that was green. So I'm gonna do that. And then, I ate pretty good yesterday. I ate a little pasta. I ate my little trio sampler from Chili's. We're supposed to get some Chinese food. We might get them tonight or we might get it tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't decided. But some Chinese wings. And then I said that's the last little piece of change I'm going to be able to spend out as far as that. I'm going to have to buckle down because, baby, for this right here, this same place, I had the bare minimum. I did not have a lot. I had the bare minimum of a little cushion. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like. It was a little cushion, but it wasn't a lot of cushion. So it's like, man. And one thing I will say is that I have been hearing in my spirit to stop eating out for a while, probably since the beginning of this year or either like the end of last year maybe. And I did it a little bit, but I still was eating my little food a little bit throughout the year up until like August. That's when I really was just like, oh. And I didn't know, before something happened or whatever. I don't need these sunglasses on because the sun is not out right here. But yeah, so that was that. Because that was the main thing that I was spending the money on. I ain't gonna lie. And then little things that my kids may have wanted or needed throughout the year. So that was that. But I'm waiting on my little groceries. Be able to eat me some olives. I'm fasting from 6 to 6. Yeah, from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. And then, that's that on that. But we really have had to get more waters, plenty more waters and stuff like that, so. But, I'm just still feeling the type of way today. Had some drinks this morning. I don't even remember what was mainly, and I think one of them previously known so-called unneighborly neighbors were in there. I can't remember what that person was doing. It was the mail, and it's like, I'm gone from y'all. Leave me alone. Don't bother me. Don't haunt me. Y'all don't know my location. Only God know my location. I don't want no dealings with y'all. I mean, the only reminder in my dream that y'all would be is that y'all tried to give me a hard time, and it's like, what was it all for? For what? That's stupid. That's what y'all, it's like, that's what y'all want to spend y'all time doing. That's what y'all was entertained by. And God allowed me to deal with that little stuff from 2021 up until now. It still was too long to me, if you ask me. And some before that. And it was like, wow, that's what y'all spent y'all time doing? I would have invested my time doing. If I had those so-called resources that y'all claim that I don't have and that y'all got, I definitely would have been spending my time a little more wisely, but whatever. So then the other part of it is, of course, I'm still just thinking about my daughter and stuff, and I want to send her a message, and I might do it while I'm on here. But just send her a message, just reminding her, again, just another reminder, operating your spiritual gifts, your authority, whatever God allows for you to know, yes, know it and hold on to it, but also take heed to what He wants you to do with it, whether He wants you to share. Let me just kind of start the message, I guess. She done with my shopping, so I'm good. So I just gotta wait for her to be on the way. Hey, so you might be at work. I hadn't heard back from you pretty much since yesterday. Hope everything is fine. But this is just me, getting out here touching bases, and just another quick reminder that whatever God allows you to know and reveals to you, not just by somebody just telling you, but whether you hear it, whether you come across it with your eyesight, just whatever, whether He downloaded to your spirit and give you a vision or a dream, and about somebody, specific people, about us, about me. Because I think I asked you before, were you having dreams about us? And I haven't asked you recently, but I know before, and he was like, yeah. But God should also reveal to you and give you dreams about what's going on in the environment that you're in as well. Unless it's just you just that protected, and it's not even necessary that you know certain stuff, because He just, bottom line, He got you. That's a good thing. That's an awesome thing. But whatever He do reveal to you about the environment that you're in or been in, and the people and stuff like that, take heed. And of course, even when He reveals it to you, you take it back to Him and like, God, what do I do with this information? Or because that's just your way of how was I say keeping in contact, but communicate with Him and having a relationship with Him, and then He'll, and going higher, He will reveal it to you and all that good stuff. And so but again, just whatever God reveals to you, and take it as that's a gift from God. I'm gifted. He wants me to know certain stuff about people that they didn't necessarily tell me or anything like that, but He wants, so that's a good thing. And again, whether it's some of your so-called associates, me, I'm not calling nobody a friend, because for one, I haven't really been around people, and the ones that I have, they wasn't necessarily friend type. They could come off as being friendly or whatever, and know how to put up a facade, if you ask me, because parents always can see that about for their children more than the child can. But sometimes parents don't sit down and tell the child exactly what it is and what they see. Me personally, me, I'm gonna sit down and tell you what I see. I've been told you. I'll tell you from little social media names and everything. The social media names that they choose, that means something. That stands for something. That means you are this type of person. You could potentially be this type of person. And then I can go further and tell you the actions that certain people took and the words that came out their mouth. Oh, you got to be careful with that. But I'm beyond saying be careful with it, because I don't want to put no type of fear and stuff. I just want you to honestly just know, this is for me, this is not for me, this person is for me, this person is not for me. You know what I'm saying? And of course, at your level of understanding, not that it's beneath mine or anything, but just at whatever level of understanding you're at regarding peers, regarding so-called relatives or whatever, you want to let God give you the truth of the matter. So that's it. I'm just touching base with you on that. If you're at work, hopefully work's going well. I did ask, was you going to homecoming and stuff like that. Then the other thing that I wanted to say was, I done braided up my hair, so I needed to cornrow this stuff down, because it was trying to get back out of control. But but I'm glad. All I gotta do is put a little water with a little bit of what's the stuff? Detangler. Bare minimum detangler. And now it's fine, so that's a good thing, because it used to take way more than that. But the other thing I was gonna say again, you still haven't responded where I asked you, what did you mean by throwing me? You didn't want to throw me off. I don't understand what you meant. So that's another thing about me. I'm gonna ask. When I don't understand, I'm gonna ask. And I don't really take offense to it that you haven't answered. I'm okay, but you haven't said anything. Like, sometimes you'll tell me, Mom, I don't got an answer for that. I don't have the detail. You haven't responded at all. So it just kind of gives what's really going on. But I pray that the truth be revealed to me regarding that. And and that is, I don't even know what I'm thinking it is, but I know in my mind I can always come up with something, so I'm just trying to be careful with that. That's why it's best that we communicate You know, you just let me know what it is and what it ain't. You know, it's not that hard. Well, it don't seem like it's that hard to me. But yeah, what was I gonna say? So yeah, I would still like to know that. Who is this? I don't know nobody at all. But yeah, I would still like to know that. And so, you know, I feel like you should be writing your dreams and stuff down too, dreams, visions, and writing how you felt when you had it, writing the date, of course, and all of that good stuff. But yeah, other than that, I don't know what all is taking place. I don't know what's going on, what else is coming up or down the pipeline, what's going on in this world. Because I don't, you know, I have bare minimum communication with anybody because they just be liars. They liars. They deceive. They try to do too much. They do try to put in a seed or a spirit of fear, and I try not to do that. You know, even though it is some stuff that you know you need to be wary of because it's real. But yeah. What else I would say? That's pretty much it. Oh, I was gonna say too because I always be saying I don't like them people and don't want to deal with them. Something along the lines of that. So I was gonna go into more detail of what it was that I meant by something. I had it in my mind and I forgot. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah. Oh, I was saying, yeah. When you keep telling, you had let me know I'm going to set up for. I'm not calling her your grandma. That's just me. Again, you keep on. That's on you. But that's not. No, that's not what I mean. From the day you was born and from before. If you heard my message from the other night, like all that little shady stuff, it's for another reason, and it's the whole time. The whole time I've been watching your so-called dad try to run over there, take you, put you off on her. I get it on his part as far as him being a younger person and not really wanting to respond. I'm talking about back in the day. And as far as now, I don't know. Even when you went over there back in 2020, first thing you did was go to her. That's what he wanted to do, take you to her place. Not sit around him, not spend time with him and stuff like that. He might have talked to you on the way and in the car, but the first thing was to run and take you over there. That is not good. That is not good parenting. And it's less on his part, it's more on her part because that's what she want and like summons from him. Like, yeah, you owe me it's basically like you owe me your firstborn. And I kept seeing that from when he was younger, and I was just like, I don't know what he feel or why he feel he owe you his firstborn, but I damn sure don't owe you mine. And that's just not how I operate. It's not happening. So that's what I've been seeing the whole time, and that's sickening. That's not good. I didn't do that with my own priests, so-called. You know, yeah, heck yeah, I utilize them at times, and I ain't gonna say put you off on them, but I definitely allow them to watch you and stuff like that. And it's almost always like that with the firstborn. The grandparents be so ecstatic and happy. They be wanting, you know, they be proud of their first grandchild and stuff. And then it kind of like levels off a little bit after they have more grandchildren. And not that it should always be fair. But the boys haven't been around other people more than you and stuff like that. It was always you because you was older, and that's just bottom line. That's why I say it's a blessing to be the oldest and stuff like that. But it is, you know, it do feel like a heavy responsibility. But for you, I just feel like, I don't know, girl, I feel like it ain't nowhere near as hard for you because you do have siblings, but you don't have, like, you didn't have a mom that just put your siblings off on you. You don't have, you know, and I'm not saying my so-called mom did either. She really didn't. She just had to go to work and stuff like that, and, you know, things happen. So, I'm not saying it like that, but I can always elaborate on those things. But, yeah, but the older always feel like they got to take on the responsibility of the younger, and they got to be protected. And I don't feel like, yeah, you don't have to do that, and especially of these last 4 years, you haven't had to do that. You haven't had to, you know, besides maybe keeping them in your prayers, but you haven't had to be worried. I don't know if you felt worried, but you haven't had to be worried about your brothers and stuff like that. So, you know. But I'm gonna do another voice note because I know this one is ending. But yeah, but as far as that first people owing somebody their firstborn, that's all he's done. And even I don't know how it goes as far as you going to help her set up. I don't know if you, and after that, if you do anything else, serve and all that. But I remember you doing it when you was younger, and I didn't mind it because she was paying you some you was a little girl, and she was paying you a little pocket change and stuff like that. And I thought it was okay. And of course, I was more so hands-on and involved. So of course, I'm gonna monitor it. If I feel like somebody's slave working and overworking my child, it's gonna be a problem. And I'm not even saying she's doing that now, but I'm just saying it's still subtle stuff going on. Oh, take you over there to do that. And I don't know if he enforces that you do that or if he asks you, do you want to? Because I feel like you do have a choice. You have a right and you have a say so on whether or not you want to do the least when it comes to that. And if you feel like it's benefiting you at all or if it's just poured into her, you do not have to be utilized. And I've seen some things with my own eyes, like when you went out there and I'm sitting there talking on the phone and she handing you towels and stuff. She can do that herself. That's how I didn't tell you that during that time, but she could do that herself. That's her house. That's her household. You basically coming out as a guest, as a visitor. That's not nothing is your responsibility to try to clean up or anything. If anything is between her and her son, that's her, whatever has went on and taken place, even the fact that you were born and she might not have liked the way it happened or whatever, that's his problem. That's his and hers. And I'll be trying to tell you, do not get in any of that. Hopefully this whole time you're taking heed and just know. Like again, I seen her asking you where your dad at and this, that's not for you. That's not the thing. And see, I would have went off on her. I would have cussed her out, but a lot of times you just was, you know what I'm saying? You was just trying to get her to watch me, make sure I wasn't going, as you said, snatch you up and stuff like that. When I just came out there to visit, I didn't really come out there to visit. I definitely wanted you to come back home because the whole court proceedings and stuff was still going on and you needed to be at home. But I definitely wasn't going to tussle with you in somebody else's Uber or Lyft or whatever and cause a big scene or anything like that. And I just thought it was real crazy. And at this point, I think you should think it's crazy too, but I don't think you should ever condemn yourself or beat yourself up because you was young. You was a young person and that was just older people trying to take advantage of you. So, I don't want you to feel any type of sorrow or anything, but I just want you to continue. I want you to be wiser. I want you to, now that you're older, to operate in a wiser manner. But it made me feel a type of way. It's like, well, my daughter asking somebody to watch her mom, who's been watching her the whole time, been watching her, and you know that I've been, like, you can't deny that I haven't been watching over you the whole time, because y'all know how I get when I be feeling like even the least of things happening, I'm about to dang on lose it when it's, you know what I'm saying? So it was just that or whatever, But so I'm just trying to break it down to you and explain more of why I feel and think like I think, because I'm gonna, again, as transparent as I can be, I'm gonna be. Lord willing, whatever He allow me to release to you, that's what I'm gonna share with you. And same with you, if God allow you to release something to me, that's what you share, And I try not to let it bother me too much that you don't share certain stuff with me, because I know anyway, I don't want to cut the food because somebody done did one little thing to you and then I blow it out of proportion. But I know that people have done so much more, so much deeper. What they've done is, again, it's high level criminal activity. So I'm just saying, I'm still sitting back. I ain't really watching, but I'll observe when I feel necessary, like, because people been on some crazy stuff and it's literally crazy. And I didn't never. My priest announced all time out, she said this world is crazy. They have went crazy. They have done the craziest. And the fact that people have called me crazy, psycho, and all types of stuff, but they the real, true definition of what it is. Like, I don't play with people's kids. I don't tamper with people's children and stuff like that and keep people's kids away from them. Even when dude had his baby daughter down there, well, now she's older. I know she's probably about 10, because that's not about to be 9, so she got to be about to turn 10. But when she was a baby, God, that was almost 10 years ago. But when she was a baby, you probably remember when she came down there, and then her mom came. Well, you wasn't there that day when the police and stuff came, but her mom came and got her, and I didn't play with her child. I put her child right down on the, I didn't put the child out it was cold outside, it was snow outside, so I didn't put the child out in the snow and stuff, but I let the mom come in, I put her child right on the chair, and get your child, because that child came out, regardless of whether I liked how she got here or not, because she came from the nutsack of the dude that I was involved with, and he cheated and all that stuff. I wasn't finna take that out on nobody's kids, period. So I put her child right there on the chair, let her come in, collect her child, and that was that. But they have disrespected me on a high level when it comes to that, and then even got pretty much convinced you, along with what I do for like your own feelings or whatever feelings you have or had or whatever towards me. But because I don't feel like you the type of person that's necessarily easily persuaded. I know I'm not. So I'm not gonna. I would be a fool to sit here and think that it was only them. It's not. I'm not trying to say you had your part in it, but you had your feelings in it and about it, and you made your decisions. And you know what I'm saying, you gotta live with it. You gotta stand on it or whatever. And not to say that it's even bad. It's, hey, you're a decision maker, and ain't nothing wrong with it. I've trained y'all to be that type of way. And yeah, although it might not always felt good to me, and I don't like it, I'm not gonna sit there and be spiteful towards y'all, because that's crazy. So that's another thing. Let's say you make a different decision that's not in agreement with somebody over there, and they turn around and they spiteful, or they in their feelings, and they want to make sure your feelings get hurt and worse. You got to be careful with stuff like that. And I don't know if those things have happened, but I'm just letting you know. And this is again just me explaining to you what's been going on and why I still stand on and say what I say. I just do. But yeah, I just want you to be careful and be cautious and stuff. But of course, you just hit me up whenever you get time and all that. Whenever you get rested, continue to take it easy. Get your naps in, get your rest in, all that, and just I would say handle your business, but definitely don't let the business handle you. But yeah, I don't want to say handle your business, because I just feel like you're still young, and you don't even need to be worrying about handling too much business. You need to be concerned about still being a teenager for real, on up until teenage is done. Teenage is not over until 19, and then after that, 21 to 25, you still don't need to be press. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the real world. Yeah, maybe you should have a job. Especially by then, you probably should have a job. That's 21. I could say that. I could see that. But as far as now, you should not be stressing over no job and no money and nothing like that. And I don't do that. And it's deeper. I can go on that. If I start getting off into the street pharmaceuticals and that type of money and this, that, and the third, every dime should have been spent on you. Period. It really should have. And you shouldn't feel like nobody feel like you should owe them back or anything like that. I'm not saying you do. I'm just throwing it out there. You shouldn't feel like, oh dang, I can't ask him for nothing. I can't ask this person for anything without it being, you know what I'm saying? That's wrong. That's the wrong type of parenting. Now, with moms is different, because moms are not supposed to necessarily be providers. Moms are nurturers, protectors. So yeah. Run me my little coin back. But no, not you, but I'm just saying, even with the boys, I be telling them, I be training them already. Like, if y'all borrow something from me, or if I borrow something from them, because I got them little Cash App cards and stuff like that. But if y'all borrow something from me, I want it back. Or if I borrow something from y'all, I give it back. And again, I might give it back in a different type of way. Because they helped me the other day, and I gave them a little piece of change, and then Emmanuel started saying, "Is that worth it?" I said, "Boy, I just bought you this, that, and the third." What did I buy him? I paid for some kind of. Oh, when we went to Zaxby's, I was like, "Yeah, I paid for your Zaxby's, so you didn't just get that. You got this, you got that, you got that." And I named off or whatever. So, but I don't be trying to get over on nobody. I don't try to get, you don't try to get over on your kids, because parents are supposed to be the first ones that kids trust. And once you mess that up, you pretty much ruin your kids. And that's like I'm finding out some more stuff about that Royalty and CJ with Jalea thing, and they saying that she already basically had this planned a couple months ago that she was gonna do this. I'm like, and they showed the text messages and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, you don't do that to your daughter. You don't make your daughter sit there and lie and stuff. Now I get it for entertainment purposes. That's what they trying to do, make a movie if they all in on it. But other than that, that better not be real. Like, you better not have had your daughter lying about that. But I think they got it. I think it must be entertainment purposes. Anyway, I'll hit you up later, or you hit me up. I just want to speak my little piece. I'll talk to you soon. So yeah, that was the thing. I said all that on this video. That's just what I wanted to say to my daughter. It's just bottom line. I just wanted to get that out there because I've been seeing a whole lot that's been going on where they've been doing trifling stuff. Whole thing just, again, court proceedings. Court proceedings wasn't over with. I'm about to. But court proceedings wasn't over with. And they held on to my daughter instead of waiting and doing things the legit way. That lets me know you're not going to do things the legit way. I get it. If you're feeling desperate or whatever, I get it, but I don't care. I don't have no sympathy for him, and I don't excuse him for feeling desperate to continue to do stupid stuff. I sure don't, because he already did that when younger. You already talked about trapping me, so then after that, you take the first opportunity that you feel like you can get, and you go ahead and you get wild. And I guess he felt like he ain't do no wrong. It's always wrong when you ain't. It's just been wrong. It's been wrong. It's been wrong. It's been wrong. But not only did they do that, they convinced my daughter that it was okay, especially with material things and all that. It just kind of started weighing her down with now since she at the point where she wants her own material things and wants to buy that and all of that. And I know she's become accustomed to a certain type of lifestyle, and then they start off doing it, but then by the time you get older, you start wanting more expensive stuff. They don't like you asking for that. You ask for the little bit of stuff. I can tell by when my daughter was asking for a little food to eat, a little pizza every now and then, and it was getting under. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I gotta say. Oh yeah, I know it's always one extra thing I had to say. So yeah, still piggybacking off of what I was saying about how I know and paid attention to certain stuff. Like when you was at the house and you would call and ask for a pizza and stuff, and he got to go through his mom. Oh, she got the money on the card. He can't even access his own so-called supposed to be his money himself. I don't know if he still operate like that or whatever. Probably, possibly, or whatever. And that's crazy. I never have to go through my parents and ask them, can I get my kids something to eat? That's some wild, weird stuff. And then when you started asking maybe like every week or every other week, she felt a type of way. Why? It was only a pizza. It was a pizza and maybe a cookie, a brownie, some wings. What's $20, $30, $40 gonna hurt? Two grown, you know what I'm saying? If y'all are sharing a bank account, two grown people. And it's just you feeding her. We wasn't really asking for nothing else. I did expect him to get the school clothes and things like that or whatever. But between you and him, you wanted, he had you thinking you wanted Jordans and this, that, and the third all the time. So, hey, you want $100 pair of Jordans? That's what he started you off on. That's what he need to get you, I guess. But I would prefer to make sure that y'all had something to eat. It just was what it was because I knew what I was doing at the house. I knew I was going to be homeschooling. I knew he wasn't going nowhere like that. Yeah, you needed a couple outfits to wear out when we did step out, but if he would have sat down and communicated, then that was that. So yeah, it was just the fact that even just a little bit of pizza and this, that, you know what I'm saying? And she started getting frustrated and aggravated and stuff, and I was like, what's the problem? Y'all big time. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. What's the problem? She ain't asking for too. You was nowhere near asking for too much at all. I wasn't even asking really for a fair share. But it's all good though. So now with you feeling like, yeah, I don't want to ask, you know what I'm saying? I be hearing it. I don't want to be saying too much, but I hear it. I don't want to ask him for nothing. I don't want to, or you don't necessarily say him, but you like, I don't like asking nobody for anything. And I just like having my own money and this, that, and the third. That's the pressure that the world will put on you, number one. And you shouldn't be feeling that as a teenager, as a child. You should not. Between me and him, but of course I'm not co-parenting with him, so it's different over here. But between him and his mammy, because that's the one that he been trying to raise you with, and of course if his brother is involved and stuff like that, you shouldn't be wanting for nothing. You shouldn't be having to really wait on anything at all. You're right. No, not wait on nobody to pick you up. It should be right there on time. And it's so funny because before I've seen how he can operate without the pressure or the influence of them two. And it was me and him co-parenting and doing stuff. He was still a little slack because sometimes he would be asleep and it's hard to wake him up out of his sleep. But now you said he'd be waking up early and he'd take you on, you know what I'm saying, get you where you gotta go pretty much on time. He started waking up early. That's a good thing. But before that, it was something else that was just keeping him in that deep sleep. and be trying to keep you in asleep too. That's why you be tired, but it's a good thing to have a schedule. But yeah, I'm just letting you know, like little stuff like that, that was the smallest stuff. So I can't even imagine what you may have seen on a larger level, or if you just didn't pay attention to it and you missed it. Because yeah, although I'm not up close and personal no more. I was never personal really like that, but I was up close and personal at one point in time. But I don't imagine that patterns change, so, you know. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there too, because I feel like you need to know. So yeah, let me keep track on my groceries though. Still saying she heading to me soon. But anyway, man, yeah. But it was stuff like that, little pizza here and there. It's like, what? She can't get a pizza? Of course, when you get a pizza delivered, yes, my sons are gonna eat off of it. I guess they felt like she was supposed to eat the whole pizza, and it should last her like 2-3 days, so she don't have to call no more. What? Are you stupid? All my kids gonna eat off the pizza. Period. My daughter was not finna sit in there and eat no whole pizza or anything like that on her own. It just was what it was. Similar when a dude I was last involved with sent any money, my sons wasn't just gonna eat, and my daughter wasn't gonna have nothing. Now I will say, yes, I would have got my daughter. I don't care. I would have got my daughter something to eat, and it might not have been the same thing as them. Because as a mother, you know what's fair for your kids and what's not. So the thing about it was, dude was always sending money. Her so-called dad will send money every now and then. It'll be maybe a lump sum to try to catch up or do something with every now and then. But it really leveled out to, oh, I haven't paid anything, so now she can kind of catch up on what I haven't been doing the whole time. Dude always sent consistent money, so my kids was always fed and eating off of that. And yes, all three of them. And yes, no, I'm not going to take money from my boys and buy my daughter some shoes or something expensive, or even an expensive meal. She was gonna get the same that they got, or she might would have got a little different and it might would have seemed lesser, but it would have been different. Like, I'm gonna just say, it could have been, you could have got you some cup noodles, some pizzas or something like that, and they might have been able to have a little meal at the time, and vice versa. My daughter always had pairs of Jordans. My sons never had no pairs of Jordans. Well, they have, but it was rare. But yeah, my sons, they grew out of them and stuff like that. But my sons didn't have that, and they didn't need that. None of my kids need that, to be honest. As a mother, I'm speaking on their behalf. None of my children needed any of that. That stuff is gone. That stuff didn't last. That stuff cost y'all $70, $80, $90, $100, and they grew out of it so quickly, and I had to get rid of that stuff. That was so stupid to me. The one time dude got it, I was appreciative of it, because it was rare that he got it. He didn't care about that. And then he was even telling my daughter, take care of your shoes. You know, when you get one pair of nice shoes, take care of them and stuff like that. And he was right. The only thing is the fact that they're going to grow out of that stuff so quickly. It's no point. Get them some Walmart shoes and keep it moving. Yeah, people going to pick and stuff like that, but you got to, you know what I'm saying, we got to help them. That's why you help your kids develop confidence, so that way they can have that, I don't want to call it tough skin, but they have confidence, so they don't got to worry about that too much. So that was that, and that's why I leaned more towards dude and doing that, and that's why I leaned less towards my daughter's so-called dad, because he was just Jordan's that, just felt like that's what he had to have. Oh, I like a girl that chill harder than me, just, you know, stupid stuff to me. But I seen where, it's so funny, because I seen the apartments and stuff that he came from. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? The apartments where I met him, y'all didn't need no Jordans. You ain't need nothing. You ain't need none of that. You ain't need that, and you ain't deserve that. And it's not even saying it in a bad way. You need to be, and then he was overweight too and stuff like that. You need to, boy, what? So anyway, before I get off into all that, so that's just how I am. That's how I was. That's how I am. So that's what I wanted to share with my daughter. So hopefully, y'all heard the voice note that I shared with her. I just pray, that she's having a wonderful day, a blessed weekend. I just ask God to be with her, right? Meet her at her places of need, or, where she feels like she has need. in places of lack, and I pray to God elevate her and lift her up. If she's feeling down or if she's feeling any type of way, just pray that she stay encouraged. Pray that she continue to eat healthy for herself. And I pray that her perspective and her perspective and stuff and her perception changes and just aligns with the will of God, and help her to see things as God sees it, like whether good, bad, or indifferent, and help her to know what to do with it, help her to know what decisions to make with the information that she get or the revelation that she gets, because bro, this stuff is weird out here. I can't stress it enough. It's weird. I done said it so many times, but it is really real live, whole life, weird and crazy. And yes, somebody did try to tell me and warn me, but they didn't tell me in details like I'm telling my daughter now. And I don't know. I can't really fault them too much, because maybe they didn't know how to express it like I do now. And sometimes I can't even express some stuff. Sometimes when I see certain stuff, and I be like dumbfounded a little bit, like, dang, this was really going on. But yeah. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. But other than that, for me, as far as me personally, I'm still just want my man, my man, my man. I want what God showed me in a dream recently. Couple dreams this year, and I want to be hugged up, laid up, and more. And yesterday I was showing that I was snatched up. I want to get snatched up. Nah, for real, I'm feeling like that because I seen him snatch me up in a dream, and a dude really snatched me up in real life. The dude that I was last involved with, he really snatched me up in real life. Well, you know what I'm saying? We was laying in the bed, and he must have had some dream. He had some dream regarding my daughter's so-called dad. He woke up and told me about it. But regarding my daughter's so-called dad pulling up with a gun, and this stuff really did come to pass. But yeah, he didn't pull up with a real gun, but he did pull up, with words and stuff that was meant to weaponize and to kill or make a strong impact. He tried to throw little shots at dude and stuff. And so dude woke up and told me about the dream. He was like, yeah, he pulled up to me with a gun and this, that, and the third. But then the funniest part of it is because he said, but you was with somebody. He said, I was there. He pulled up with a gun on me, but you was already with another dude that was like suited up or something like that. A dude in a suit. And you had a white dress on and this, that, and the third. Baby, do y'all not know that's my Lord and Savior? He was with me. He protected me while y'all doing all this stupid stuff. And so then he tried to snatch me over there to him. Like, pull me over. He was like, get your, like, he woke up in the middle of the night. He was like, get your ass over here. Just basically like he was making sure I was staying with him. And it was cute then, but it ain't cute now because I'm good. But I'm like, I want to be snatched up. I want to be snatched, baby. By my man, my man, my man. Not nobody else, not no criminal, not no stranger, but my man, my man, my man. I want God to go ahead and allow my man, my man, my man to snatch me up. Alright, it says she's on her way. Let me see what she got going. Let me see where she at. 12:58 and 103, so it won't be long. I don't know where she at, but run me my groceries, baby. So anyway, yeah, that's how I'm feeling. That's what I'm on. Yes, God showed me a couple things. Yes, I'm living out certain stuff, but I'm not in the presence of my man, my man, my man. Like, I want to be in his presence. I want to be with him. And I'm talking about somebody that I have felt infatuated with before, and then there's times where I feel like, oh, I'm in love with him. I love him. I definitely know or feel like I love him, but I just don't think I'm in love with him at all. None of that. And I like him. I like him some. When you do care for somebody, you really should kind of like them a whole lot and all that good stuff. But anyway, this ain't no movie. This is real life. I'm just being real. And that is one thing. That's something that I did learn from being with dude I was last involved with. Like, he helped me to get my emotions and my feelings kind of in more order and stuff. Like, no, that's just a feeling. That don't necessarily mean that that's what it is. And it helped me to see. It's not even that he deliberately did it, but it helped me to see things clearer and stuff like that. And I like that. And I really do appreciate that. I appreciate that. I can't necessarily say I appreciate him for that because, like I said, he wasn't really deliberate on that. Me personally, I was deliberate on the things that I was trying to be helpful on. Granted, what I thought I was being helpful on, God had to show me, this is not your power and your strength. This is me. This is me flowing on the inside of you. So I couldn't take the credit. I couldn't take the, I can't take the glory. I can't take the honor or anything. I just be glad that I was used. And ultimately, that's for everybody. But him, he wanted to take the credit, and he would, like, if I would have said that to him, oh yeah, you helped me to see this clear, this, that, and third. But I'm not saying he would say I know, but he would just be, that would stroke his ego. I was stroking his ego, and I will say that. I will say that. But man, it's just like, yeah, and I just want my kids to learn from those mistakes. I don't want them to go in the same direction. I have my moments where I be feeling like, look, if y'all go down that line, that road, make sure it benefit mama. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here in front, but I don't be wanting them to choose that. I'd rather them not, and I'd rather them but at the same time, be like, if they make their mistakes, I pray that God have mercy on them and allow them. But if I advise them not to, and hey, God might burn their little behinds up before. I'd be grateful because I love my children. I don't give over my firstborn, secondborn, thirdborn. I don't give my children over to the world. So yeah, should be here in 8 minutes. Good, I get to eat me some olives. I get to drink my little lemon water, and I'll be good to go. You know what I'm saying? I keep freezing my water and unfreezing and freezing and unfreezing. I know the water, like, come on. Oh yeah, I did have a dream where I was like breaking through some ice or something like that. Let me see if I wrote it down. So breaking through ice is hard. So baby. But I don't know, it seemed like I was like under some water or something like that, in some body of water, and then I was breaking through the ice. So to God be all the glory for that. And I guess it has to do with this fast that I'm about to be doing. I'm thankful for the ones that lead and guide me on when to fast and stuff like that. I don't like some of the stuff she be saying and how she be saying it, because she be like, if you an unbeliever, if you not, if you're not on the same wavelength, basically, in a nutshell, if you're not on the same wavelength as her, get off my line, go somewhere else. And I'm like, okay, it's her tone, and it's what she said. It's like, girl, what? People don't have to, like, you doing too much. And I get it that it's God, you feel God moving on you so strongly, so you want to warn, but it's like, girl, you don't got to do all that. So today, some dream where I held a hand of a female familiar to me. Could have been previously known granddad's wife or previously known so-called paternal great aunt. And I put her the initials DS. I don't even know if that's her initials now. And then immediately after, I cursed someone out. Like when I held her hand and I was in prayer with her, I cursed somebody out. So I don't know what that indicates. Like, I don't want to be praying with nobody, and then next thing you know, I'm cussing somebody out. She had on all white. She had like a little pony bun and stuff like that. But I may have even spit on them, then overtalked them, maybe left food in the fridge and more, which I did that in real life. She had held my left hand and prayed, and maybe someone else. Don't know if I was in some dream of some ice water, and water able to break through at some point after leaving my back up against the ice. I said leaving, I meant heaving my back up against the ice several times. Like I pushed my back, just kept on trying to get out. Also part of the dream when I was hugging the familiar female, but I didn't want to get anything on her white dress, so I didn't really touch her nor embrace her as I hugged her. And this was with my right hand. I don't know, some white, I don't know. Old manager from Subway again. That was it. It was something about the ice, but I need to get ready to go get my groceries, so I'll be back sooner or later. The location I'm at, I be having to watch them, make sure they pulling up the right place, because I need my stuff. I'll be back sooner or later.